Yo, 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 what's up? What's good, peeps? It's your girl, Ash Brown, and welcome to the Ash Brown Uncensored Show. Yes, on this program, I talk a little bit about everything. It may be stuff that people ask me about. It may be stuff that is just on my mind for that week. Or maybe somebody sparked an idea that I just want to expound on. And this is the medium in which I choose to express my thoughts. So I had somebody hit me up online and was asking about my natural journey and my natural hair. And it sparked an idea because I've spoken about my hair, my natural hair journey several times. I've got over 1,700 episodes of the Ash Said It Show. And I know that I've talked a good probably 100 times about this hair of mine, this craziness of the hair. And a lot of it stemmed from me, number one, just wanting to try something different. I didn't have this big epiphany about, my blackness and embracing my roots and all this stuff. It was really on the lines of, I just want something more manageable. And I had no idea the journey that it would be to get here to where now, when you guys see me and see pictures and stuff of me, I have sister locks. And sister locks they're basically a management system for your hair. And it is the best decision that I've ever made for my hair my entire life. If I had known about sister locks when I initially went natural, I would have did it. I would have jumped out the gate. I would have been one of the first ones with my locks luscious all the way down my behind. I would have been that chick. That would have been annoyingly me. But I think that I needed to exhaust every option before I got to where I'm at now, which I'm very happy with. And initially, I honestly wasn't really thinking about the science behind hair. I think I was 20 or 21. Maybe I just turned 21. Matter of fact, I think I had just turned 21 and I had cut my hair. And my mom was like, "You're not going to cut your hair. You're not going to cut your hair." I cut my hair. What did I say? One thing with me, when I have my mind set on something, I usually execute pretty well. It's very seldom that if I have my mind on something that I don't execute. But yeah, so I did it. And from there, I just started to experiment with different products because ultimately, growing up, one of my favorite shows was Sister Sister. I love the Maori twins. I always wanted to have a twin. I don't know, kind of weird on me, but I always thought that I wanted to have a twin. And we would just do like crazy hijinks in the city or whatever. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Their hair, I always admired their hair because it just looked so effortless. It looked just perfect. No matter what they did to it, it just would hang. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to not use chemicals anymore. And I'm going to get my hair like Tia Tamara. Little did I realize that their curl pattern, my curl pattern, completely different patterns. Completely different patterns, I'm not going to go into depth with it, but if you look at the Sister days, because I don't think they really wear their hair like that anymore, but if you look at the Sister days, their hair was always kind of coily like, a very loose wave, a loose curl, and it would always just be very flowy and just cute. And I was like, I want my hair to do that. And my hair texture is, well, honestly, truthfully, I've got a lot of different textures in my hair. I really do. And majority of my hair is a very tight curl. Very, very tight. A lot of shrinkage. I learned about shrinkage as I did my first big chop. I learned a lot about shrinkage. I was like, wait a minute, but the hair is long, but it just shrinks up like this. This is so unfair. And I learned it didn't matter what products that I bought or how expensive that they were or who I wanted to go and get this special hair treatment that's going to help your curls do whatever. If it's not in your DNA, baby, it's not going to happen. Just point blank period. It's not going to happen. And so when I finally came to that realization, I stopped spending crazy money on products that were not going to deliver because they weren't meant for my hair type. So that's when I started to experiment and go to the Dominicans, did a blowout, that stuff. I want to tell y'all, I've had I think I went through it twice. I had Dominican blowouts 2 times. And when I tell you it murdered my scalp, that amount of heat should not be on anyone's scalp. It shouldn't. And the smoke that comes off of your head, it just, all parts of that, dangerous. And I'm sure it just leaves some kind of damage. It's got to. There's no way that it doesn't. No way. I refuse to believe it. And let's see, what else did I do? Braids. Braids was always just a commonplace, easy, simple to do, especially when my hair was super short and was very afro-like. It was super easy to just get braids and just cover it up and put it in a look and just have it be a day and just be done with it. The initial locks that I did traditional locks first, and I did not like them. I looked like Hellraiser's just rejected baby. It was terrible. The lady that did them, she spaced them out way too much. And it looked crazy. It looked like I had Tic Tacs on my scalp. It just didn't look right. And maybe it was a good 6 or 7 months before I let anybody actually see it because I was so embarrassed and I wasn't proud and I wasn't happy with how my hair was. But in that time, I learned to appreciate the process because when you do locks, be it if it's... Sorry, y'all. Be it if it's traditional locks or sister locks or freeform locks, your hair is going to divert back to its natural state. And for me, I had been getting perms, for the last, I would say I was about 4. I was about 4 or 5 when I started getting my hair relaxed. And Vigorol, that was like a sulfur relaxer. It stunk. I remember it was really stinky. Vigorol. It was really, really stinky. And it would burn too. But that's what you did to help to manage the baby's hair. There weren't a lot of options. Nowadays, there are so many products on the market for natural hair and for mothers of children that have kids, boys and girls that have hair that is very difficult to manage. There are so many products out there for you. So there are options to where a relaxer is not even on the table. It doesn't have to be on the table. And that's amazing. But it wasn't always that way. I'm glad that we're in this place now where the conversation is open for those things. But eventually, I found out about sister locks, and I'm not looked back yet. I love it. I love my sister locks. I love them. I loved them from day one, y'all. I told you, traditional locks, I hated them until maybe close to a year. But sister locks, I've loved since day one. Day one, numero uno, best hair decision I've ever made. And I'm just thankful that I got a chance to go through the process because it's a journey. It's a journey. You got to figure out what works for you. I would never sit up there and tell somebody that, oh, you should do this and you should do. Well, what do you want to do? Because what's best for me may not work for you. I realize now my hair was never going to be like Tia Tamara's. I realized that. Sure enough, I sure did. But you know what? My hair is not like Tia Tamara's, but I love this hair. I absolutely love it. And I wouldn't change it for anything. Definitely easier to manage than just freeform hair just flowing out and throwing out. But I love this hair. I'm in love with my hair every single day. Put a little color in it here and there. Put some curls in it. Shout out to Donna Teresa. Always wanted me to put curls in my hair. But that's just basically it, y'all. So I hope that you guys are having a good, safe weekend, that you're staying out of trouble. And all of my West Indians that are in Miami right now for Carnival, please be safe. Please be safe. Watch your drinks and have a good time. Good vibrations. So I love y'all. Have a great rest of your weekend and have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon.